Hello, my lovely starborns. Welcome to your full moon reading. The moon is in tropical Cancer and sidereal nakshatra of Ardra. This card says, full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. So, this is a cold moon, and I don't know, there is something about the moon which is very cold. For one reason, it looks really far away, like it looks tiny than it usually does. There is that. And I feel like this energy is definitely prominent in colder regions of the world right now. The the northern hemisphere. Yeah, and maybe this energy is kind of opposite in the southern region where it is more, let's say, I don't know, there's something loving in that region. Over here, it's like looking at love differently and how you extend your love. It's like a lot of pattern recognition that is connected to this moon, especially when it comes to emotional energies and how you extend your services, your help to others, and also the shadow aspects of that, where some of us, we tend to overextend, overgive, and all of that, right? So that is being highlighted. Also, the areas where we have cold feet, that will be up for review, because the full moon energy is it has that, it always reveals something or the other, right? Mostly revelations are connected to our very own psyche, as well as the collective psyche, the collective unconscious. Something new pops up every full moon for review at a collective level. And I feel like a lot of you're being asked to look at your fears. And this is also this energy where how others speak fear into your life, onto your life, and whatever it is that you are trying to do, trying to build, trying to work on, that sort of energy. So it's like you are disengaging from a lot of such projections, I would say. People who tend to speak fear into your plans. Around this period, you're being guided by the universe to kind of not pay attention to other people's self-limiting beliefs and disengage. And this is kind of, how do I say this? This is like a wrap-up energy, okay? Which is very much in alignment with this year, because the way this year is ending, we are having this full moon energy almost at the end of the year, last week of the year, right? And plus the Jupiter station that is happening on the very 1st of Jan. That is, again, important, okay? And basically, we are in this contracted energy at the mental level, but you can feel expansion in the tangible reality, in the physical, all right? But I feel like regardless of how the energy is on the outside, a lot of you are caught up in your head. But more so, it is not that, let's just say, over emotional Cancerian energy. No, it is kind of like looking at how you are not going to hold on to resentment of any sort. You are kind of checking yourself for a lot of your patterns, and you are planning and organizing a lot of things in your personal life as to how you are going to incorporate all the wisdom that you have acquired so far in your life and not repeat certain mistakes anymore. So it is like a deep the energy is of deep introspection, but not just introspection. It is also proactive as to doing something about it. It's that cold energy that is on the other end of the polarity, right? On this Cancer Capricorn axis. So you're tapping into the analytical, structured reasoning of that Capricorn energy, and you're pulling that into your life. Especially with the solar flares and the sun is in Capricorn, this energy is highlighted. You're looking at your own shadow aspects as to how sometimes you're basically recognizing that your precious self, your precious being, you cannot overextend this energy to those who don't know what to do with it, because that only affects you negatively. And some of you had this notion that this is what service is. Yes, okay, maybe a little bit, but no. Service is you will only be of service when you're pouring from a full cup, right? So you have to focus on service to self first in order to focus on service to others. But I feel like you have learned some lessons here, and that is why the violet flame energy is here. So this is men in the Mayan oracle. This is a star glyph that is again connected to violet flame. That is about the transmutation, the shift that is happening here. And you guys understand, just because we are talking about unity consciousness and stuff like that, and it is about recognition of that unconditional love and everything, but it doesn't mean that you forget that you still are rooted in the 3D reality where polarity exists, where things are very much binary. It's about, I mean, if there is a lot of good, then there's a lot of bad too, and you have to navigate things in a certain way, especially if you are the light holder. So yeah, a lot of stuff comes up. Let's see what the book says. And definitely this is a dissolution of fear. I'm also picking up on that Piscean energy connected to the moon, and also Piscean energy of dissolution. This is a dissolution of certain ideas, okay? You're not clinging on to a lot that you thought was your safe space or your home or your very heart or your very hurt. You are just like recognizing what's what, and it's about like prioritizing what serves you for once. That sort of energy, especially with that Capricorn energy that is heightened here. All right. Yes, it is about finding that balance between Cancer's oversensitivity and Capricorn's coolness. A lot of, let's just pull cards. I don't want to read from the book because I don't like this book. And this is anyway a manifestation oracle deck, so I don't use it because I don't want to do anything with the moon. Yeah, I just don't. Okay. Because I think it is, and yeah, I actually sat and thought about it, and certain messages came to me. Yeah, when I say thought about it, more like, yeah, it's the same as meditating. That's how I meditate, sit and think about it while I'm making something or the other. That's how I meditate. Sometimes I consciously meditate too. That's rare though. But yeah, I thought about it, and it's like, okay, I kind of get it, because this is the soul's catcher. Is the reason, moon is the reason why we reincarnate. And I know there's a part of me, I did not want to be here, but I had to. And I think that is why I hold a bit of resentment in a very Cancerian fashion. So yeah, that's my deal. I'm working on it. Alright, so let's get some Egyptian oracles. No, first I want to pull this oracle. One for this and one for this. Okay. courage and community. I love it how it fell. Look at that. So you're dissolving the fears, you're letting go. This is what you're releasing, the fears, and this is what you're coming into, courage. And this card is also about unity consciousness, right? And it fits perfectly with the energy of community here. Love it for you guys. Wow, this card keeps popping up. Happiness. Wow. And again, I'm telling you, the solar energy is very prominent, because if you go look at the moon, look out, no, if you go out and look at the moon, yeah, you can see it kind of looks puny than it usually does, because again, it's giving that contracted energy for a reason. So with this full moon, it's like, it's not that erratic energy. You can feel a pressure of a kind, maybe a headache and stuff like that. But it is that pressure that is the kind of pressure that you feel before liberation, if you know what I mean, is that. Yeah. But because of the solar flares and all the activation, the bombardment of light code activity in the collective, the energy is different. Winter is not wintering, no matter how cold it is, or if it's snowing or raining or whatever. Winter is not wintering. And with the full moon and the waves here, totally effing with me. Some of you've been comfortable for far too long, where other people had a lot to say and also like speak onto your life and stuff like that. Around this period, you're like, bye. The crab is like, give me your fears. I'm going to take all of that and I'm going to give it back. I'm going to throw it back into the cosmic, primeval waters, the new energy. Okay, so we have Tehuti here, and there's a full moon. Let's see. Final. BENNU. Wow, talk about transmutation. That's your phoenix. Duat, Sheshmu 42. Overcoming judgment. Wow, here we have the twin energy. So we have 545. Some of you, maybe this number is important. 55, 545, 555. We have Ra, Osiris. Okay, so as I mentioned, this full moon is in Sidereal Nakshatra of Ardra, right? Ardra is connected to Orion energy. The destructive form of Lord Shiva is the deity of this nakshatra, which is Lord Rudra. And the planetary lord is Rahu. So that's the north node. It's very Aquarian energy, very air signy energy. And yeah, Gemini energy is also prominent. There is some weird connection between Gemini and Scorpio. That's what I'm picking up on right now. Oh yeah. Scorpio killed Gemini. So of course this is connected to total renewal. It's that solar energy here again. You've passed some tests. Many tests, actually. And whatever you're being prepared for, believe in that knowing wholeheartedly. Do not second guess that. Do not judge yourself. Do not sell yourself short. Do not let others tell you who you are. Do not let others define you. Cut them right there. Maintain your boundaries. Tell them to F off if you have to. Or if not, just remove yourself from that equation, because I'm telling you, people can sense your eyes. They can sense, and some of them are comfortable if you are at a certain level, just tad bit there where they prefer it. And it's not happening. Energy is shifting, things are moving. And yeah, people will act out. People will really act out. Like this. They would want reaction. I don't know, it's kind of like matrix energy. It's like, when you react, it's like they feel alive, that sort of energy. But this is what you should embody. And just focus on your manifestations, focus on your exaltation, focus on what Jupiter is bringing in for you. All right, let's get some tarot. This is a very sorted energy, especially with this full moon, because it is kind of like finding order, okay, in that chaos is that energy. Especially this axis is very much about that, especially mental chaos. And some people can act out only because you are not giving them the reaction they were expecting, something of that nature, like weird stuff, where people are seeking chaos, drama, toxicity, and you're feeding it. So it is really, really enraging the demons. It's that sort of energy. But the thing is, the more you embody this, eventually they will be forced to face their own demons and hopefully release. Let's see. I'm also picking up on this energy. Don't prove anything to anyone. Let them assume, let them judge, let them do whatever the F, because that's a reflection of them, their inner world. Whatever it is that they're doing, that's the reflection of their inner world. You don't have anything to prove here. Okay. Let's see. Queen of Wands. I love this for you guys. This is exactly what you need to embody. It's the courage here. No one can mess with her, right? Her energy. And also Aries women. Yeah, even men. Emperor, right? But with Aries women, it's this energy of... It's something about the aura. It's like, you don't mess with that. And that's what you're coming into, regardless of your zodiac, regardless of your sun sign, ascendant, moon, whatever. Is this energy that you're coming into, that you're embodying. And also, this is a very beautiful energy where it's, this queen is like, you treat her well, right? And she's going to treat you well in a way that is, you'll be like, oh, okay, you'll feel lucky around this person. It's that sort of energy. And she really, really inspires others, It's that fiery energy that she shares very generously. Generosity is key for this queen, and she's very intuitive. So she knows, maybe not when she's young, but yeah, with time, by the time she's queen, she knows that who's who, and she understands the energy very well, very intuitive. And that is what is happening for you. This transformation is personal, and it is going to be deeply reflected in your everyday life as to how you deal with emotional triggers, mental triggers. That's why it's already happening. That is why, these people, whoever they are, they're most likely people who are close to you, who can have that kind of, they're expecting some sort of reaction, a similar kind of reaction that they're used to. It's not happening around this period. And yeah, it's jarring. Show me. Are you guys kidding me? Look at that. The Empress. Regardless of your gender, okay, this is the kind of energy where, again, people can sense it, can sense where it is you stand. And again, you have all the zodiacs here. You guys, okay. This is beautiful. You've come into certain info, okay? Something has been revealed to you with this full moon. And there is a lot about parental dynamics, especially mother figure, mother woundings. So you understand certain things differently, and you're sort of depersonalizing a little bit, you know, in a very healthy way, which is going to be very helpful for you, because it is this energy of being unstuck, which in turn is helping you find this courage, deep courage, and this is very empowering energy. Okay, so how is this a blessing? Let's see. It is okay, two. It is there was a rift. Okay, there was a rift, and that is being healed totally. Wow. Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands. This is that oppressive energy that you are transmuting, and you're focusing on your new beginnings. And this is very in sync with this energy, this end of the year, right? End of the year energy, where we are having full moon in the last week. And yeah, the wrap up is real. Who's underneath? Three of Wands. Yeah, it's about plans, it's about focusing on what it is that you are building, okay? And also this is connected to timing. And you guys know the movement that you wish to say, right? It is coming in with the transits. Around the transits are bringing in the Pluto and Jupiter transit, Jupiter station and Pluto transit. You're not afraid of the work here, but you'll be surprised that how things will work out for you. Some of you, you need to work on your grind mindset. Okay, yeah, hard work is great, and all of that. But do not compare your life to others around you, and what they tell you when it comes to their life. What works for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you. It's not for you. So just focus on the fact that you know yourself better. Focus on doing things your way, in your authentic way, and it's the right amount of work, okay, where you're not let's just say, you're not try not to be in this energy of facing a burnout. It's counterintuitive for you. So if you're planning and you're visualizing and you're like thinking about certain things as to how it's going to work, think from a place of abundance. Tap into that abundance mindset. Be mindful of tapping into the lack mentality, where, I don't know, you'll just keep yourself stuck in what is comfortable, what is known, and what seems to work for everybody else, because that is practical. If you're here watching my readings, again, practical you should leave that word out of your dictionary. And again, I'm not saying that you don't have to put in the work and action and stuff like that. No. But no, you don't tap into the practicality of it all. You tap into the divinity of it all, which contains the whole energy that is supposed to be your functional energy right now and in this life. And that is in alignment with your personal soul blueprint. I'm also getting source code. Your source code is such that things work differently for you. You have to focus on the divinity within and without, especially with the ace here. It says Lord of the root of the powers of water. Lord of great strength. King of Swords. Yep. Here's your butterfly king. It kind of fell reversed, right? It did. All right. He's on the chariot, and there's a very Jesus-like figure here. Interesting. A lot is going on in this card. It's almost like this angel is like, no, don't move the chariot. Stop hustling. It's that sort of energy, you guys. Again, don't. And also, this is for you guys who are a bit into that shadow aspect of service. Don't overextend your energy. Let me just read out the men energy that I was seeing. You guys have to do things differently, okay? Again, don't compare your life to others. Your guidance is very... it's different. I don't know how to explain this. The more inner work you do, the more you will understand as to, you know, what's best for you and what works for you. So you have to get into this energy of finding that inner confidence and focusing on your inner strengths. And when you are in that energy, that's when you'll find the right kind of network, let's just say, the right kind of people, friends, and the community. And then you don't have to ever second guess their opinions, because there's something about, like, you know, when you connect with someone who's a frequency match, right? And when you talk about your issues and if you need advice and stuff like that, it's like when you talk to them, there's just that click, and you know that this person knows what they're talking about. It's that sort of energy. Okay, in order to be there, yeah, you have to work through this here, especially with this moon cycle. And I feel like Aquarius season is bringing in a lot of support that will be very, very crucial and helpful for you in many ways. Okay, you are starting a cycle, a brand new cycle that is, it's magical. It's absolutely magical. This energy is so magical. Mythical bird, mystical, very mystical energy, especially with this Empress here. And this is also like a phoenix energy here. This is Phoenix at her feet. And again, lot of burning of karma with this card here. Orion energy is strong here, very strong. So it says, you are an awakener, a transformer, an empowered global visionary. You have come to create and support the shift of the ages. In your vision, you have compassion for others, and your decisions are made in the light of global consciousness. Ask yourself how you might experience compassion towards self, the earth, and others. And on, when we look into the shadow aspect of it, which there is some of you, this is what you are getting rid of. It is, are you obsessed or driven to serve? Does your motivation to serve others outweigh your ability to offer self-care? Do you have difficulty saying no? Do you ever find yourself obsessed with service or playing the rescuer? Like I mentioned in yesterday's reading, fixer, right? For others. Planetary midwives often function in this shadow, and you guys are moving into your planetary midwife role. Yeah. So they often function in this shadow. Walk with joyful ease into the unfoldment of your vision's destiny. Fill your personal cup. Yeah. Share from an overflowing cup, right? And especially with this Cancer energy, what did I say? Cancers often overextend, overgive, and all of that, right? And when that energy is not matched, they get into this resentment, they harbor resentment, and then that is again counterintuitive for their own well-being. So it's that sort of energy. And again, I'm not talking about just Cancer signs, okay? This is a collective energy. Remember, you have all energy in your birth chart. You have a house that is ruled by Cancer. Okay. So it says, in replenishing yourself, you actually fill the larger planetary chalice as well. Live knowing that we are all one. It also says here, it says, wing to wing the eagles soar in the gathering lavender light. The violet flame, you guys. And we have BENNU right next to it. This is the ultimate symbol of higher transmutation. In compassionate service, the spiraling light players dance, the one heart to ignite. So men, this card, men, I hope that's how it's said. Men reminds you to step powerfully into your commitment as a planetary midwife. And I think that stop was not a coincidence, not a mistake. Some of you need to pause. I'm not saying stop. Pause, reflect, and get into this energy, and then offer service in a way where you are protected. Okay, let's just take an example of an energy healer. So if you don't understand, if you do not put in protective mechanisms in place while you are doing, let's say, energy healing, yeah, a lot can go wrong, right? So in order to be a healthy channel, we are told to just like become fully attuned to being a vessel, right? Where the energy flows through us to the other, and where we are not like just draining ourselves, to feed others. It's that sort of energy. So it's about, again, discernment and becoming whole so that we can do our part in a much better way, where our vibration is maintained. So that ebb and flow is being harmonized, that rift. Also, this I'm picking up on this energy of, like, in the past, if there was, the energy was erratic and the moon energy was highly chaotic for you, especially the full moon energy, right? The moon cycle is taking a back seat of some sort. Like, full moons are not going to be that magnetic anymore for some reason. There's kind of like a rift. Yeah, it can be destabilizing sometimes, isn't it? Full moon energy is weird at times, but it is often said that it only maximizes, heightened whatever is inside. So kind of makes sense that because you have come quite a you've come quite far on this journey of inner healing and the self-healing and all of that, right? Because many of you, you're moving into this collective role, like I said, midwife, the planetary midwife role. So kind of makes sense. So now when you've done the inner work, perhaps there isn't much to magnify, and there isn't much to actually cause chaos that can be magnified, right? So that is like big. Kind of makes sense why the Empress is here. Also, your discernment is becoming super, super good. Like the energy that you guys are moving into is like there's something about recognizing the real from the fake in first 5 seconds of interaction. That sort of energy. Okay, let's read about community and courage. First, I'm going to read about courage. Okay. Just a minute. Rocky seashore. So it signifies that an enduring, everlasting, passionate courage in the depth of your being is arising. Arising like the phoenix that you are. This phoenix is very grounded here. Do you see this? Oh. There is nothing that you can't confront and face. You are a warrior of the light. This is big. This is big. Step forward, throw your shoulders back, and stand up for yourself with passion. Speak up for those less fortunate. Be impeccable in all your actions. This is all you are anyway supposed to do, and you have been doing. But through this energy, through this full moon, the universe is basically teaching you how to do a bit of course correction and how to serve those who actually need help and not those who will just drain you and who are just in it for let's just say, attention, and it only applies to, let's just say, the connections we have around us, okay, who have a lot of demand on you. So that energy is like, universe is basically showing you that time up, it's time up, it's time to put down that burden. Because I don't know, I'm getting this energy where there was a lot about, let's just say, you were basically enrolled in a semester where, through these connections, through these people, you have learned a lot, and now you are going to have a role and a far-reaching effect where you will put to use whatever it is that you have learned, this wisdom, this knowing. Now you are coming into the right kind of judgment. Wow, my crown is tingling. Yeah. Be impeccable in all your actions. This isn't the time to be timid. Don't be limited by the beliefs of others. That's exactly what I was pulling? I was also going to say that's exactly what I was putting up with. No, sometimes we let that slide, even though we don't let it affect us. But sometimes we let it slide because we hope that, okay, this person will kind of like rise above all this one day or the other. But then there comes a point where you really lose it, because it's like, what is your problem? I think the issues are deeper, And yes, when it comes to these personal connections, it's like the dynamic is such that you are not supposed to fix that. It's basically that. But yeah, through those, you've learned a lot. So there's that. But you guys are recognizing as to when to put a cap on it. Yeah, in true Capricorn fashion. Capricorn. Go after your corn. Okay. Use your passion to make a difference, just like her. Courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. Oh, exactly. It's just that dissolution of fears. It just means facing new fears and not being affected by the old ones. So it says fearless means fearless. Fearless. And it kind of makes sense because I told you, right? This is what is happening with this contracted cold moon. Cold. Acknowledge your fear and take action anyway. You guys are doing that. Make a stand. You are strong and powerful and have great valor within you. And yeah, kind of makes sense with the Knight of Wands here. You already know this. So you guys have recognized that you've come a far way. You've come a far way. Yeah, like you've been there, you've done that, you have seen a lot, you have learned a lot, you have also suffered, you've suffered a lot. You have allowed yourself to be contained for a while. You have allowed yourself to be oppressed. Even you have allowed yourself to be in a box where it was 360-degree of pressure, constant pressure, perhaps often year long, and it only turned you into a diamond. And you do understand, right? We have this chariot energy here too. This is mental liberation, you guys. And I'm also getting this energy of so both Capricorn and Aquarius are ruled by Saturn, right? Again, that restrictive energy. But again, it all serves a purpose. It also teaches you discipline, right? Structure. And Aquarius is a lot about community. And like I said, this moon is ruled by Rahu, which is the co-ruler of Aquarius in sidereal system, Vedic system. So Rahu is very prominent. I mean, it's Rahu that is behind all this tech advancement, AI, and the internet, and the shift, the very shift that is here. The energy of Rahu and Pluto is going to be very prominent in the next years to come. But the blessing is, this is that overpour, right? This overflow of love and also abundance, harvest, beauty, I'm hearing, health, great health. This is your blessing, and this is you all are already experiencing this. This energy is going to expand. The more you stand in your power, the more you release self-doubt, unconscious limiting beliefs, judgment. Cord cutting would be very helpful, especially if you're aware of the drainers around you, and especially the people kind of like speak fear into your plans and stuff like that, right? Yeah. Also, yeah, perhaps no, don't share with them. Yeah. All right, and let's see community. Ancient forest. Forest is a great symbol if for unity consciousness. If you look at it, right, the ecosystem, it is kind of like, it's a perfect example of how everything is connected. So support is all around you, even if you are not consciously aware of it. That is why I told you guys, don't focus on the grind and that mentality of I don't know, yeah, that restrictive energy. That is not for you, okay? And through this full moon, yeah, you will see this energy get more pronounced in your life. Allow yourself to be supported. Give encouragement to others. The more you allow yourself to be supported, the more your dreams can come true. If you believe that you have to do it all alone, you will. Exactly. You're not alone. So when you visualize a future, visualize that support of your soul community. Don't aim for the grind. All right. And you guys know, we do create a reality. Your true family is not just blood relationships. Sometimes the strongest family ties are friends who know who you are. Exactly. Sometimes they are your ancestors and soul family who reside in spirit. Kind of makes sense with the mystical energy here. So it's also about finding your community, which is, yeah, it's going to be big for all of you. Especially, again, oh my god, the number of times I talk about Pluto, it's crazy. Pluto transit. So your people are at your side. They believe in you, love you. They stand strong beside you. I feel like this is mostly talking about the spirit world, the ET beings, ascended masters. Some of you, Fey energy is very strong, very strong. Elementals. So, yeah, you're being prepared to call in your community, and assistance will be given. Are you asking for it? Are you preparing yourself? To get an alignment where you are receptive. I think that's exactly what you guys are doing. Let go of this. See, you have been, your intuition is proven right every now and then. Okay? Sometimes you just let things be a bit too much. Sometimes it's time to wrap it up quickly, at the first sign of what your intuition was already telling you. But some of you, I feel like you keep giving that benefit of doubt. And around this period, Spirit is basically like, you don't have time for that, my child. It has nothing to do with that the time is running out or anything of that nature. No, it's more so about your energy is way too precious. Is that. And yes, we are tapped into the abundant mindset. There's enough for everyone and all of that, yeah. But it's just that some people will, if you share your energy with them for far too long, despite of knowing better, it's only going to affect you in a very counterintuitive way. So, and you have done it ample number of times. So around this period, it has been revealed to you that this cannot go on. So you are absolutely changing your own pattern. And it took a lot. It took a lot to get here. Alright? Okay. So do one from the tree of life, I guess? What else do we need to know, Spirit? I saw him earlier too. The Hanged Man. New perspective, tolerance, life purpose. Let's see what we got. You got another Chariot, another Empress. Are you guys seeing this? You have 2 Chariot, 2 Empress. Empress on top of Empress. I cannot make this up. And knowledge, that is your Pluto. What did I say? Yeah, Pluto is prominent for a reason, and again, that's a purple god. Wow, violet flame is very strong lately, very strong. I'm being guided to read this. So what was I telling you about this Saturnian structure and discipline that it brings in, right? Look, you have that determination, discipline, creative endeavor, nurturing, fertility, secrets, lessons that are yet to be realized. And okay, it is realized now with the double Chariot. I want to read that Where is it? So yeah, with this card, men card, where was I? Yeah. So this is connected to eagle energy and cobweb. And are you seeing all the imagery here? Phoenix and eagle. So when you look at the scorpionic energy, so the highest octave of Scorpio is the eagle, right? And it's interchanged with Phoenix. So it is about commitment to the right things and commitment to the self first, the blooming of the self first. Spirit is guiding you toward personal victory of a kind that is going to bring in this position, that exalted position, in some way or the other. So it says gathering of eagles, third eye, violet flame. Gathering of eagles. That's your community. Color associated is lavender, which is this card, and it's my favorite color. Herbs, Indian pipe, chickweed, nutmeg. Nutmeg. You guys make this drink around Christmas, right? And it has the main ingredient is nutmeg, I guess. What is that thing? Forgot. Flowers, lilac, heather, essence, rock, rose, cistus. It's again connected to vision. So of course, with the third eye activation being here, and it makes sense with the purple, of course, goes without saying, but with the third eye activation, it is all about that shift in perspective, right? It is all about looking at things very differently and not fighting against it. That's exactly what is happening. It's big because for some of you it is just like that last anchor that was holding you back. Okay, Spirit is like, it's not an anchor, it was a hook. Hook. So if some of you if you feel energy moving around your spleen, okay, that's like your the left side of your lower end of the rib, okay, on the, what is this called, the side, okay, underneath your arm, like let's say 6 inches below your armpit on the left side. Yeah, that's where you have your spleen. That's a very prominent chakra where yeah, all kinds of hooks are formed which hold you back for a long time. Usually it serves a purpose because it brings in life experience. So the knowledge that you attain from those is, yeah, it's pronounced and it is utilized for a higher purpose down the line. So the hook is being removed, and that is, it kind of makes sense why the energy of this fiery phoenix, empress, chariot, movement, victory, courage, and all of that is so strong, because the hook is gone. There's something very liberating about this card if you look at it. The water is calm, right? And the crab is just like, it's like, you know, it's just about to say bye to the moon. It's like, yeah, you've held me down enough. I'm just gonna look at you one last time and then I'm gonna F off. It's that sort of energy. Okay, and the element is, of course, water. Stones, amethyst. It also says amethyst, celestial crystals, lepidolite, singing crystals. We have one here. Sings a little bit. Chimes actually. So yeah. No more being the rescuer to those who want to lock you down into the abyss, and they just want to also contain your life. They want to contain your life. So those people, you say bye to them. Because see, they recognize what you bring. But they are caught up in lack, and that is what they bring into your life. And if you know the whole thing about okay, I think this is very Cancerian energy coming in, so I'm gonna be sassy and use it. So you know what a rotten fruit does to all the other fruits? That sort of energy. So when you stay there, yeah, nature of a reality is such that it will affect you. And there's also this energy of wanting to feed on your light. So spirit is not allowing this. You are not allowing this. Because it's like, you know what's what now. So you're learning to temper service, where you're focusing on your personal interest. Perhaps for many of you it's like, yeah, I mean, you care about yourself and stuff, but around this period the self-care is heightened. It's like you're really taking care of yourself. You're really actually looking out for your well-being in ways you have never done before. So, and yes, you're believing in yourself. So it's time to follow your own visions and dreams. And it says, remember the purpose and commitment you have in the larger pattern. Always. Also, you guys have become very comfortable in your own company and all of that. So the kind of people you'll meet, right, they're the same kind. So when you guys will come together, the energy is going to be uplifting, very liberating, very joyful, very happy and substantial in nature, you know. And it really is going to be magical. Okay. Affirmation. It says, with vision and hope, I dance and sing here for the one heart. Okay, what else? Do we need anything else? Maybe one crystal? Yeah, I feel like crystal energy is... Crystals have found their voice too. They found the courage and they're like, yes, we want the limelight. Give us the limelight. No, I'm just kidding. They are perfectly okay where they are at. But yeah, the energy, the crystal energy is really pronounced in the collective, and it is only going to get bigger. Lapis lazuli, that's your crystal. Kind of makes sense with the third eye activation, but it is the one that is also connected to the throat chakra, your power center. It says what it is, a deep blue stone with deep history. Yeah, Egyptian history. Lapis is very important for the Egyptians. Also, it says it's important in the Old Testament. Yeah, It is found in the high priest of Israel's vestments and the Dutch Golden Age Burmese palette. Who needs it? Cat people, Leos, anyone who uses the phrase in a past life, I am totally convinced I was Cleopatra. Where to put it? As a spiritual armor that lets the world know. When I walk into a room, it's customary for you all to bend the knee. It is totally reminding me of Daenerys, the Stormborn, Mother of Dragons. We do have mother energies quite prominent here. Empress for Empress, that's big. And you understand, like with two chariots for the full moon in Cancer, it's big too because chariot is that Cancerian card. And it's like absolutely pronounced higher form of Cancer energy, that higher octave of Cancer energy. That is very much in alignment with the Phoenix here because, in a way, that mystical energy is about victory, right? Okay, when to use it? When your thoughts are not your friends. Oh, that's actually anyway going. But it wasn't just your thoughts, it's also others' projection. So call on lapis lazuli to help get you out of whatever your mind has gotten you into. Yep, lapis is beautiful. It's beautiful. Ascend your rightful throne. That's what it says. Ascend your rightful throne and look at her. Okay? All right, that's what I see. Beautiful. I hope this helps. If this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.